Okay, welcome all. Let us take a moment to settle down. I'm going to ring this bell, and we will take a deep, slow breath and release the breath and try to feel our body to get ready for the talk. Welcome all for the afternoon session of our program. And again, it's a very special day for all of us. And especially there's also personal significance to this day to me also, as I told you in the morning. And this is on June 16th is the day that my father passed away, and also as a Father's Day. And when he passed away 11 years ago, he also passed away on Father's Day. And then it just happened to be that our professor was visiting the USA from Sweden, and when I came to know that he was in Washington D.C. and also in West Virginia Bhavana Society. I invited him to come and visit our Buddhist center also. Then I invited him, why not you come for our monthly gathering? So then I can invite you to give a talk on Father's Day. So Dr. Sumana Ratnayake, and he was a senior lecturer at the University of Peradeniya. And so when he joined the department, actually I already graduated. But then later I joined the teaching staff at the University of Peradeniya Department of Buddhist Studies. I was a temporary, lecturer. So during that time, he was there, and then I was able to closely, associate him, and I still learn from him. And so we did a lot of projects together. He was not only a scholar, but he's also a very active social worker and also a meditation teacher. The many Buddhist scholars are scholars, but not necessarily practitioners. But he was a practitioner too. So we were able to together arrange and organize many programs when I was serving at the university there before I came here. And so today is a great opportunity for me to meet him and his wife Srima here, and also give you the opportunity to listen to him and then have a discussion with him. And so with gratitude for the inspiration and learning that I got from you, I invite you to give our talk on the Father's Day.
Okay. Warm welcome to you all. I first of all feel honored, I must say, that I've been invited to address you today on the very special, significant day, the Father's Day. Bhante, when he mentioned the Father's Day to me, he also explained how significant it is for him because it was his Father's Day as well as his actual Father's Day. Actual Father's anniversary falls on the 16th of June. So this is very special for Bhante. And Bhante suggested that we could talk on mudita today, the quality of mudita. I think you all are familiar with the term mudita, meaning appreciative joy, sympathetic joy. Sometimes it is translated into English as altruistic joy. So this joy factor in Buddhism is very significant, very, very special. When we now reflect on the qualities of parents, especially on the Father's Day, Bhante reminded me of the importance of mother to be also reflected on. Otherwise, the mothers around here would not be that happy. So we need to remember the importance of mothers as well. As we all are familiar, that we have very big connection with the parents. Not only as far as the culture is concerned, but the human being, takes parents. That's so important. Because all of you are, I think, very familiar with the scientific experiments on cells of the body. I'm not a science student. Even as a Buddhist student and Buddhist scholar, I was very interested in reading about this, development of cells and neurons and all kinds of connections of the, parents to our body, our mind. All that is so important, all important. Maybe you are very familiar with the development of cells, I mean, not self, cells in the body. That we all started with just one cell, isn't it so? How many cells do we have now in our body? I heard 50 to 100 trillions. From 50 to 100 trillions of cells are there in our body, at the present moment. So when we started with just one cell, if you reflect on its history, the cell is combined with 46 chromosomes, I learned. Please correct me if I am wrong. I just want to just refer to this just for me to enjoy my relationship with my own body, my relationship with my own parents, so that we all can have that sort of reflection for us to reflect on the importance of parents in our body, in our mind. So the 46 chromosomes that made the first cell belong to both parents. 23 chromosomes to mother, the other 23 to the father. So when I read them, when I read about this development, I see, Father's Day, Mother's Day, we can celebrate every moment, every day. Whenever we reflect on father and mother, just reflect on our body. We breathe in, our cells are nourished. We breathe out, the whole blood circulation functions properly well. Breathing is called Kaya Sankara. Kaya Sankara means preparations of the body. The Buddha used the term Kaya Sankara, constructions of the body. Is another term for breathing. Preparation or construction of the body is called breath by Buddha. So breathing in, how we, get oxygen into us. Breathing gives us, a way of making our cells alive. Energy is supplied through our, supply of origin, what I call oxygen, isn't it so? I'm now just referring to these things, although I am not that good at science subjects. I like you to also refer to your own knowledge of scientific experiments or reading about cells, etc., so that we see how related we are to our own parents. If you take just one cell out of the body, just take one piece of, your ear. How many cells are there? And each cell has 46 chromosomes. And each cell has 23 belonging to the father, and the other 23 belonging to the mother. We make parents alive through our whole life. Our energy is very much related to our parents. Even without taking the Buddhist terminology, Buddhist terms, in our general knowledge, we can appreciate how rich we are with the impact, with the influence of parents in our body and in our life. This way, I really enjoy reflecting on, these connections of the parents in ourselves and in our whole, life factor. And then the joy factor gives us another way to enrich all this. You are familiar with the terms like Brahmati Mata Pitaro in the Buddhist reference to the supreme quality of mother and father. Buddha wanted to give a very good qualification to mother and father. Mother and father at home are called Brahma. Brahma is a term used for the highest divine being at that time. You know, the highest divine being living at home are the parents. Brahmati Mata Pitaro. And then when we learn a little further, you say, Buddha says, Pubbacharya. The term Pubbacharya means the first teacher. The first teachers of our life, the first teachers of children, parents. Not only that they give rise to our existence, not only that they give rise to our birth, mother conceiving and father supporting, all these connections we find, but we also see that they teach us right from the beginning. They taught us how to walk, they taught us how to speak. We tried to imitate them, and we were well looked after. We were brought up throughout our childhood. And even when we were teenagers and a little bit further as young people, we were well supported, and we were looked after carefully. And we were sent to school and we were educated, and all that. We should be grateful to our parents. We should be, we should respect them wholeheartedly. So I am very happy when Bhante selected the topic today on talking on mudita. Mudita is one of the 4 sublime qualities, as you are familiar with. In Buddhist references, you find 4 Brahma Viharas. Brahma again connected to the highest being at that time. Highest being is within us now. Highest being is at home now. Highest being is referred to the parents. Divine being. And Brahma is used as a quality, the name Brahma. That was the designation given to parents. And then the Pubbacharya, the first teachers. And when we now, give such epithets to parents, we have the qualities Buddha wanted us to remember. 4 special qualities, sublime characteristics belong to parents. What are the sublime characteristics? These characteristics, when they are parents in relationship with the children, they develop these 4 characteristics. First being metta, loving kindness, loving friendship, loving kindness, we say. Karuna, that is compassion. Mudita, appreciative joy or sympathetic joy, as I said, altruistic joy, that quality. 4th quality, the last, is mental balance, equanimity. These 4 qualities are there in the Buddha. These 4 qualities are there in the parents. Buddha has these 4 qualities spread towards all world, whole universe, regardless of class, caste, or creed. All beings, may they be well and happy. Buddha has that quality in his heart. Parents have these qualities towards children. Buddha wanted us to take examples of the mother having loving kindness towards children, just like a mother having loving kindness towards her only child. May human beings practice loving kindness spread towards the world. Just like a mother feels, these qualities towards her only child, may all beings, in their capacity, of course, human beings especially, may human beings develop loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, and equanimity towards all beings as much as possible without any boundary. So it's a boundless loving kindness. This is the path towards boundless loving kindness, path towards nibbana, and path towards the highest happiness, the path towards the highest peace is what is talked about here. You know, when we say path towards and path to, we always have the tendency to postpone happiness to the future. We also have the tendency to postpone peace to the future. And we say, okay, we try to practice the path to peace. And we do whatever harmful now with the intention of achieving peace in the future. Buddha doesn't help us there. Buddha changes our mind. How? There, we have to change the preposition. To should be changed into of. So he is a path of happiness. Then we don't postpone peace into a future time. It's a path of happiness. Of course, idiomatically we use the word path to peace. Idiomatically we say path to happiness. Actually speaking, it should be changed. Those who are linguists and those who are good at languages might complain. But I prefer to have off between peace and path. It's a path of peace. It's a path of happiness. Because it, right from the very beginning, is a practice. It's not walking to the future. It's walking along with peace and along with happiness. So we all can, without any class, caste, or creed, we all can walk the path of peace. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. There is no path to enlightenment as such. Enlightenment is the path. There is no path to awakening. Awakening is the path. So this is very philosophically rich expression. Mahatma Gandhi agreed with it. Some Christian priests agreed with it. Buddha, of course, is a pioneer in it. That is why I would like to change the preposition. Path of. There is a saying. When I learned Buddhist philosophy at the university in Sri Lanka, we were taught along these lines because it was called the Department of Philosophy, Department of Buddhist Philosophy in Kalani University those days. So I learned all the teachings of the Buddha, whatever you learn as the teachings of the Buddha, of course, down to earth, everything connected to heart and head, the emotional and the intellectual, loving kindness and wisdom, compassion and wisdom, faith with wisdom, the intellectual, what you refer to as head, what you refer to as heart, the heart and the head. They have a parallel development. So it is said that all the teachings of the Buddha are practically useful. They are practically useful and ethically edifying. Edifying is improving. They are ethically improving, practically useful, if you summarize everything. So then now when we refer to the 4 qualities of the father and the mother towards children, then Buddha having these 4 qualities to the whole world, they have ethical foundation. They're very useful. When we say loving kindness, is it just be a loving kindness that you say, we all say, may all beings be well and happy with the closed eyes? No. In the Kakachupam Sutta, Buddha addressed the monks there. And Buddha said, you all can do this in your Dhamma hall, in your gathering. May all these beings be well and happy. But when you are out in society, if you face some challenges, various threats are there against you, unnecessary blames are there on you, can you still radiate your loving kindness towards the opponents? Those who made you wild, made you mad, angry, and all that? Can you still maintain this quality with you? May these people who put blames on me be happy, be well. This is the challenge Buddha gave to some monks and nuns during that time. And Buddha said at the end of the sutta, it's a long one, it's called Kakachupama Sutta, you know, it's a simile of the saw, you know, saw is to cut, to saw something. Buddha used this simile to say, if you are caught by a gang of thieves in a forest, monks, can you practice loving kindness still towards those, people who cut you into pieces? If you cannot, you will not be my disciples.
Such a big,
Such a big and challenging, suggestion. So how rich is the practice? How honest? How deep in the heart that it should start? So it's not a full stop at any time. So we have to start it as a path, because this path, right at the very beginning, is loving kindness, nothing else. Right at the very beginning, it is compassion. Right at the very beginning, it's appreciative joy. Right at the very beginning, it's equanimity, mental balance. So the path is rich right from the beginning. So when you develop any further, to the extent possible, it is path of peace. It is path of happiness. And that is the path that mother and father walked towards children. Of course, they will be angry sometimes. That is worldly life. That is mundane way. But they adjust themselves. They punish us sometimes, but later they excuse us. They know how to do counseling. They are the best counselors in the world for children. You know, in Sri Lankan tradition, of course, we have different cultures, different ways. We get up in the morning, we pay respect to parents, and we say, Uddikaro alingitva, chumbitva, piyaputtakam, rajamajjang supatittam, pidupadam namamam. I pay respect to you, kneeling down before your feet. You are qualified to be honored, placing yourself sitting, making you sit among the kings even. And that is the way that we respect the father. Saying in Pali, children may not understand the word's meaning, but they are trained to learn by heart and recite this every morning. When we went to school, when in our childhood, we kneel down before the parents, just like we kneel down before monks, and then recite this stanza, reminding. So we are not, we say this. I mean, our indebtedness to the father and mother, is expressed honestly to the father, honoring them as a way of conveying gratitude towards them. And that is how we were taught at the beginning. Of course, when we live in different cultures, we have different ways of respecting, different ways of reminding us of the qualities. So today we all venerate the father and venerate the mother, seated on in a temple. This is a way of respect. As I said earlier, not necessarily make a prostration. If you can do it, if you are among people, who practice this way, you could do that. Otherwise, it's not a clash. We now live in America, and we, go to different cultures. Then we have to, take some flowers, bunch of flowers, and put it in front of the father's picture. Sometimes it is like that. Sometimes we go to the temple and offer the flowers to the father. Our religious leaders, the venerable monks, and to the Buddha. Symbolically, we have some ritualistic practices. And we do that reminding ourselves of the qualities, great qualities of the father and mother. I asked Venerable what Venerable's father's name. I said, Mr. Kapurbanda. He said, H.M. Kapurbanda. Mr. H.M. Kapurbanda. When you hear the word Kapuru, nowadays we don't use that name very much.
It's an old name.
It's an old name. It's a village name. And when you heard Kapuru, it has a smell. Kapuru, Kapur, smell. It's a kind of a smell that a father can have towards children. And it gave me a good feeling when I have that, when I hear the word. And Bante's mother has a different name, little bit urban and modernized name, Hilda Amaratunga. Hilda Amaratunga. Mrs. Hilda Amaratunga. Anyway, we remember, two cultures mixed, and the product is in America now. And you are blessed, and we are honored that the Venerable has been in this vihara. And as a staff member, when I was at Peradeniya, hearing that Venerable came here for his PhD and doing some religious activities, etc., I was so happy. I was talking to others, being proud of his, development. Not only in education that he develops himself, he has a good heart. He has a good practice, honest practice. I mean, many can practice, but being honest with the practice is very rare. So if he cannot be honest with these practices like loving kindness, it is just a mere theoretical expression. It should be loving kindness in action. It should be compassion in action. It should be appreciative joy in action. And it should be mental balance or equanimity in action. Then only they become practically useful and bring us blessings to our life. Enrichment along our advancement, our development, come along these applications of these qualities to our life. So that is what I see in the Bante's character. To see Bante's father, we have to go through him. Through his reflections, through his services, reflect the qualities of his father, qualities of his mother. As I said, we all have father and mother in us, in each and every cell. Of course, beyond the cells and beyond the parents in our characters, in our lives, we have some karmic results, karmic connections from the past. When we gather here, when we are guided with meditation, Bhante at the very beginning asks us to relax with the sound of the bell. Relaxing is itself gives us joy and happiness. When we can relax a while, very meritorious. It has an ethical value. It has a moral value in it. We calm down. You all know when we are happy, when we are peaceful, when we relax, when we meditate, how much is it supportive to our brain? Our happy hormones will be boosted. You're all familiar with this, terminologies, I think. Happy hormones are there, nourished by simply with a little smile that you can have on your face. Just smile. Relax. Breathe in and breathe out. You nourish your cells. You nourish your whole life. At the same time, if you are glad, if you are happy, breathe in, happily you breathe out. And your brain is nourished. Happy hormones like endorphin, dopamine, serotonin, these are terms that I learned. I don't know how they function all together. I learned all these, and I'm encouraged to hear. Our brain is supported by our being calm and relaxed. With a relaxed mind, we can support our own brain. We can support our neurons. I met one neurologist some years ago, James Doty. He's a very well-known neurologist, neurosurgeon actually. He came to Sri Lanka to give a talk at a conference at Sarvodaya, and I happened to be there. And actually, I was asked to introduce him also as a speaker there at that time because we were invited from Peradeniya University to participate in the conference, giving talks on mindfulness and social work, etc. So Dr. Doty, James Doty, was talking about how to support our neurons. When you develop your calmness, happiness, and relaxation, and if you are mindful of your breathing in and breathing out, what happens is you calm down yourself and you are happy with all this, and your cells in the brain will get nourished and your neurons will be supported well, and more hormone balance is supported, and this sort of explanations, and also your hippocampus in the brain under the pituitary gland, I saw in the maps and all this, it will become bigger. Your hippocampus, the center of memory in your brain, will become large when you meditate. These are encouraging words, learning from scientists.
There's no limit of age.
No limit of the age. I don't know really. We have to ask these doctors and these scientists. Good to know if it is. But even though it has certain age limit for the growth of the brain, etc.
Because when we talk to Bhante Ji,
Yeah.
Ratana,
Yeah.
looks like his brain is growing. Yeah,
You are right.
More memory.
Yeah. Being 97 years old,
Yeah.
still he is very. Every morning, Bhante Ji is telling us, now it is time for me to go to the gym. 97 years old. He says, it's time for me to go to the gym. Where is your gym, Bhante? It's a meditation hall.
That's he meant by gym.
Yeah, he says gym because he has walking meditation there. He walks around the meditation hall. He says about 10 times. I walk very slowly, and it is my gym. He's very good at cracking jokes and still happy. 97 years old, very exemplary. He's a father of all of us. Very exemplary. Making, human values alive. I never saw him getting angry. For us to remember, there is something important that I wanted to mention. Because Bhante suggested the topic, what is called joy. Joy factor, the appreciative joy or sympathetic joy, you call it, mudita. If you can apply this to yourself, I address myself here. If we can apply this quality to our life, when should we apply this joy factor to our life? Do you have any idea? When do you benefit from your joy factor mostly? Yeah? Now.
It's the only time there is.
Yeah, really now. But when you are angry, do you apply joy factor to your progress?
More angry.
It's difficult, isn't it? When you are angry, it's not easy. But there is a possibility. Can any one of you think of the possibility or the way to apply joy factor when you are angry? Have you ever thought about it? In our meditation sessions, some people ask this question. Then I started thinking, how? Yeah, there is a way. If you are aware after a second or two, or after a minute or two, that you were angry, isn't it a good awareness of your way? You were angry and you noticed it. Maybe about, let us say 5 minutes later.
I usually hear days later. After you did all the mistakes.
Days later, yes. Yes. Sometimes years later. Taking revenge enough. Hating enough. Then you start, applying some qualities. No. We should minimize that gap. We should reduce it to maybe 2-3 seconds, if possible. Maybe some minutes. If you reduce that, oh yes, I was angry because something bad happened, something against me went on, somebody put the blame on me unnecessarily. Injustice. This is how we put the fuel to the fire. Ginnata piduru danawa wage. We say in Sinhala. That means adding fuel to the fire. We are good at it. We like to put fuel to the fire. But Buddha wanted us to stop it sometime, some time of our life. After practicing meditation or whatever, if you can just reflect on your own mind for a while. Yeah, I was angry some moments ago. Now I noticed it. Isn't it a good knowledge? Just like a medical student noticing illnesses, pathology. Medical students study pathology. That is, subject of illnesses. When you know illnesses, do you say that it is negative? When you know illnesses? No, it's a positive thing. Knowledge of illnesses will help you to, diagnose somebody's problem. If you can be your own doctor, for you to diagnose your own mind for a while, of course, we need to develop that. Then after some time, yes, I went through these bad, emotions, negative emotion. I was very angry. I was, jealous. Then I reflect on that and then I smile. At the very beginning, it's difficult. You can smile towards your own anger, but of course, not towards anger directly. You calm down first. And then you help yourself. Yes, now it is time to be aware of my real nature. I got a point now. I touched upon the hard part. I touched upon my difficult part, negative part of suffering. When you are touched upon your suffering, you need to be happy. It is like a medical student knowing more and more illnesses. It's about others. But what about yourself? If you know your own illness, isn't it something positive? Then you reflect on it and you become aware of it. That's a rich quality of your own mind. And that should be appreciated. So this way, the joy factor can be used for us to transform our suffering into confidence. There's a sutta in the Samyutta Nikaya called, Bhante knows very well, Dukkha Upanisa Saddha, Upanisa Sutta. Dukkha Upanisa Saddha means, based on this dukkha, you develop knowledge, awareness of your dukkha. Dukkha is suffering, unsatisfactoriness. If you refer to any unsatisfactoriness, anger is one of the parts of it. So if you know the subject of suffering quite well, you will be enlightened. We'll be enlightened having been aware, having been awakened to suffering. If you are fully aware of your own suffering, there's nothing more than that as a challenge for us to, face. So this, if you meet that challenge at any time with reference to anger or jealousy or greed or whatever it is, Buddhist meditation, it guides us to reflect on these qualities in our own mind. Then we transform suffering into confidence. And confidence will give rise to pamojja. What is pamojja? Tranquility. And also joy involved. It's rejoice, actually. You rejoice, and then it will be more joy, rapture, happiness, and that will help you to concentrate. More tranquility and concentration. And that is the details of the discourse connected to the positive, transcendental upliftment, transcendental advancement along the line of transformation of suffering into confidence. So joy factor, when you say appreciative joy, it doesn't mean that we should wait fathers to have this quality towards children only, mothers to children only. No, children should also benefit from this quality. So they should have the qualities, and children can be like mothers, having loving kindness boundlessly towards all others. Father's example, mother's examples, we can just benefit from and make these qualities active in our day-to-day life. So this way, if we can apply these qualities to transform, suffering into confidence, that is a very, very useful, morally uplifting, ethically edifying quality. I'm supposed to speak until 2:15, and now it is time actually.
Exact. On time.
I just happened to see the watch, and it is exactly 2:15. So I hope I made it clear these qualities, Brahma qualities, to be practiced not only parents towards children, but children towards parents as well. And parents as well as other beings, regardless of whatever species they are, may all beings be well, happy, and peaceful in their life. And may you all be blessed by such reflections. That is a blessing, and we should all, happily radiate loving kindness towards Father Venable's father, because it is the Father's Day as well as the Bante's Father's Day, anniversary day today. So may he be well and happy in whichever form of life he is now continuing with in his samsaric journey. May he shorten his samsaric period of existence to enlighten himself with the benefit of what Bante has done and what Bante is doing, and what you all and what we all accumulate as merits. And may he be blessed by these qualities, and may his mother, when Bante's mother now is still alive, and may she benefit also with these good thoughts. We concentrate our good thoughts and radiate loving kindness towards them. And also you may radiate these qualities, loving kindness towards your own parents, though they are alive or they are no more. May they be blessed by your expressions, honest expression, your expressions from the bottom of your heart, loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, and equanimity towards them. May they be well and happy. May you all be well and happy.
Thank you very much, Professor. Yeah, this is not the end. Actually, I would like to, have a few minutes of, question and answer, because, we would like to have some discussion based on the things that you have mentioned. So, yes, yeah, okay.
I have, first of all, thank you very much. And Bante has done a good job teaching us about the four Brahma Viharas. And we know them, but the fact that you situated them in the behavior of parents really is, I think, a beautiful way of illustrating how they come to life. because that's a very real place for them to be. And I think it really expanded my appreciation of all of them. And thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Her name, Pali name is Upeka.
Oh, Venka.
And then sitting next to her is Mudita. And sitting next to her is Karuna.
So we need another Brahma Vihara coming. One more sublime quality to be added there. Karuna, Mudita, and Upeka.
So please feel free to ask any questions from him, related to the topic or any other thing. Yeah, like to ask. While they are, making their question, Professor, I will ask one question, because here we are aiming to practice all these 4 qualities, but when it comes to practice of meditation, we usually practice metta meditation of loving kindness, but we rarely practice mudita meditation or karuna meditation, like practicing compassion or altruistic joy. And can you think about, because in the early discourses, we find the meditation of all 4, right?
Sure. Yeah.
For somehow, because metta may be the dominant quality. Can you give an example of how we can practice mudita meditation?
Thank you very much, Bhante. Bhante can answer this question himself. Actually, as Bhante mentioned, there are references in the canonical text. There is one sutta called Karajakaya Sutta and Attaka Nagara Sutta, and there are several others. There you have these 4 Brahma Viharas, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upeka, not only as qualities but as meditations. Metta can be developed into Metta Chetu Vimutti. That means emancipation connected to Metta. Loving kindness you can practice, and with that you develop your joy and your happiness and your tranquility, and you calm down. You have developed concentration along with that. Of course, concentration is a tool again to look into or to focus on your suffering. Why suffering? Because that's a very useful challenge for us to overcome. And whenever you see, with your concentration, if you focus on your suffering, what you can do is you can transform your suffering. Behind suffering, always you have egocentric attitudes. I, capital I. Somebody said, as big as the Ashokan pillar. Very big I. So if you can touch upon that in your own secret mind, your own behavior, on your attitudes, there is a way of practicing loving kindness. As soon as you have found out that, appreciate that you have found out that. There you can switch on to mudita. Why? It's a mudita meditation now, because you start with appreciation now. Appreciation of your finding your suffering. If you have touched upon your suffering in the name of capital I, in the name that you claim this is mine, then the identity is born. I am being born because I claim that this is mine. Craving is related. Then I am being born. If you can touch upon these nuances, points in your own mind, then make yourself happy. Start with your joy, and then it's joy-related meditation. Even in your sitting meditation, you may find many chances for you to touch upon those. I am now sitting like this. I have pain somewhere in the knees. Then instead of having what you call irritation, little bit, oh, that's enough now. I develop certain patience. I develop certain acceptance, not with suppressing, I had to accept it and develop mental balance, upekha, equanimity, At the same time, accept it. And because of my awareness of this, with these qualities like equanimity, mental balance, I begin now to appreciate my tolerance, my patience, and my acceptance. It's not just tolerance by, in sometimes we have in Sri Lankan tradition, we say, "Ivasuwa ekawatawak ne." I I tolerated once. Twice I have tolerated. I am not going to tolerate more than third time. What is this? What is this? It is not tolerance. It is called pressurizing yourself. It's a kind of a pressurizing. That is not tolerance or patience. Patience is with acceptance, with awareness, with insight. So when you have insight, you have a smile always. You know, you have a smiling face. Accept. Then you notice a transformation in your life. So this is how these are connected to your meditation. So appreciative joy can be developed into mudita cheto vimutti, liberation by this practice related to joy factor that you find within your own life, within your own practice. Karuna, compassion, when somebody is having some difficulties, illness, you visit some patients, moral supports you give, and there you start practicing compassion. Even hardships that people face in the world, you have compassion. You develop some thoughts of helping them, various ways. Yeah? And that sort of attitudes will develop your meditation of compassion. It's not only just sitting, you determine by sitting, but taking actions, not to show others, but in your own mind. Bante Ji told us, now we were living there for 15 days, and he said, when he goes by plane sometimes, he goes to toilet, and he sees a lot of water is around. First thing he does is dirty. First thing he does is he takes some papers and he cleans everything himself. And he, clean the toilet as if nobody has used it. And then he cleans and comes out without telling anybody. He's not paid for it in the plane or in the public toilet. He does it, And he has written a little booklet called Bhavana, meditation. Even there, he gave that book to me to edit because it has some typographical mistakes. So he wanted me to, retype it and re-edit it. And there, he himself has written some chapters connected to this. So it is not to exhibit, not to show others that we take action just to clean the premises, clean somebody's, roads, whatever. I mean, if you do it overdoing, maybe you will be complaining,
They can cut grasses of the neighbors.
That's okay. Yeah, maybe temple in the temple garden, whatever. I mean, as Bhante suggested this, question, you may develop yourself, ways and means to. Bhante can add some points also.
I appreciate it. I think it is very easy for us to detect other people's anger and problems, but very hard to notice others' joy.
Sure.
I think that is where, because we to appreciate. Of course, we can appreciate your own, good moments, but at the same time, when we want to appreciate others, I think we have to train our mind to detect joy of others.
Yeah. Of course, as Bhante said, when we refer to others' joy, we might have jealousy. We might have some kind of, not interested. It's called arati in Pali. The opposite side of mudita is arati. That is, I'm not interested.
I don't.
That attitude you have to see. Once you have seen your own jealousy, enjoy seeing it, because you have seen your own, problem, your own suffering you have seen. And then, of course, it is difficult at the beginning. Still, you may have to adjust your muscles of the face. Your muscles might be, shrinking or whatever. And then you need to see the muscles. When you honestly practice calmness, when you honestly practice loving kindness, see whether there are some changes on your facial muscles. See whether you have an honest smile on your face. Then the other things like, hormones, happy hormones, all this will take care of such things. I mean, we don't need to know all this. If you are happy, your brains are supported. Your blood circulation's supported. Your health is always supported. Not for that purpose we should do it, but it's very, it is the way of practice.
In that case, maybe the easiest way to be happy is to happy about other people's happiness.
That's right, Bhante. Yeah,
if you can learn to do that, it will be the easiest way, right?
Yeah.
Just happy about other people's happiness.
It has a lot of giving up and sacrifice, and also giving qualities there. If you can be happy of the happiness of others, it's a way of giving. Because you let be, let come, let do, let go. Practice is done. Letting be is a rich practice.
It's very difficult to see other people's happiness, because whenever we see news, we all see the suffering of others.
That's right.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get and see happiness of others.
Yeah.
Any questions? Yeah.
I have a problem. I'm suffering because of it. It's a moral issue, and I couldn't find a solution. So maybe you can help. I am a doctor of transplant organs from healthy person to a sick person. I have 4 patients. One have heart problem, one have lung problem, one have kidney, one have pancreas. So they need all transplant organs. They die if I don't help them. So I went to Pittsburgh prison warden and talked to him. Do you have anybody who's sentenced to death? He said, yeah, I have 4 of them. Pick one. So I pick up one of these prisoners who sentenced to death. He gave it to me. I told him the story that I'm going to use the organ. He's going to die anyway. So, and this guy is begging me to let him go, the prisoner, to release him. And should I release him from his suffering and let the other 4 guys die and suffer? Or should I save the 4 guys and kill this guy, the prisoner, with his organs to his patients? So where we go?
You can't let him go if he's a prisoner. You can't.
I want to take his organs to give this guy saved 4 people. They die if I don't give them the organs. So what should I do?
It's more.
Please help me.
It's a hypothetical question. Yeah.
It's a difficult question, really. But you can reflect on it and see what justice you can do. What justice you can do. Justice means, first justice is to give life to somebody. I mean, if you take life, of course, it is not justice.
So what should I do? Kill one, save 4?
No, I shouldn't
let the
think.
4 die and save 1 person.
Yeah, if somebody, if somebody met with an accident and died, and you take the organ and place somewhere, it's a good merit. It's useful. But if you help somebody to die, or if you cause somebody to, quicken his or her death, and then try to have the other one, then you have 2 intentions. One is to kill, and the other is to transplant.
But I can't wait for the guy to have an accident to take his organ. We need it now.
Oh,
no choice.
No choice. Yeah,
No choice.
We have such challenges in society. We need to choose, between our decisions sometimes. You have to be aware and what sort of, moral quality that you can preserve, safeguard before you take any action.
So what I do? And we still have these 4 patients, and this guy.
Yeah.
We had to wait for an accident.
He's chained.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Yeah.
Maybe you sacrifice yourself.
Huh?
You sacrifice yourself. And that's the best gift we can give. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give my organs and let people let them live.
Yeah. some decisions are very difficult, you see, and sometimes we have to choose between decisions.
I think I will go with kill this prisoner. And get his but the warden trusted me that I'm going to kill him anyway.
Yeah. So in that case, we cannot say yes. That's all. So you choose your, decisions.
But I still am kill a person. Though.
Yeah. That's the problem. You are responsible for that. I mean, you're also responsible for the other person to be alive and to be safe.
Yeah,
She has.
Are you familiar with I think it's a German word that's Schadenfreude or something, where you actually want somebody else to suffer instead of trying to appreciate. Is it a German word?
Yes,
Is-
yes, it
you
is.
know that-
Yes, it's basically taking pleasure in someone else's
Yes,
suffering.
and I hear that. I hear that term used. I mean, we live in this kind of violent period, and if you disagree with somebody, people are actually wishing that somebody would come upon bad health or death or something. And I don't know how common that can really, people may say it, but if it got down to it, they really wouldn't believe it. A lot of times people will exaggerate with words, but their actual behavior may not go that far. But I think that's pretty extreme if you do really feel that way. Is that Schadenfreude?
Yeah, or
Something-
Schadenfreude maybe.
Schadenfreude, something like that. It's wishing bad on someone.
On someone, yeah.
that will be the opposite of mudita.
It sure would.
Any other question? Okay, so in that case, now we can move to the other part. Our Dr. Sumal Ratnayaka's wife is Srima Ratnayaka sitting here. And so she's a Visharada. Visharada is like a musical degree, that. And I have listened to her recordings, and she's very good vocalist. And then she has produced a number of singing, particularly chanting Pali Gathas. And her CD she produced in Malaysia was well known and is also available online now. And many temples beyond Sri Lanka actually use her CD as a guide to how to chant Pali verses with proper pronunciation and also with the proper musical rhythm. So I knew about that, and I was really appreciative of her talent. And so when I invited a professor to give the talk, I thought that I can invite her to sing some poems on Father, right? So I invited her actually, like a very short notice, but I think she is still willing us to sing some poems in Sinhala language. But I still hope that although you may not understand Sinhala language, but at least you may still feel the emotions. The musical rhythm will help you to understand emotion. So I think this is a tribute we can offer to our father, and also she's going to sing for father and mother also, right? Yeah. So she will sing two sets of poems. One is for the father, other one is for the mother. So let us, listen and offer this chanting, this singing as a tribute to our parents. Yeah. So thank you, Sri Mahan, please. You can use the microphone so people can hear.
Guru Devi Rasa Musutin Ubha Pavasanava Kavat Vadan Purasa මොහොතක් සලාවකට අප ගෙන යනවා කිරුළු තෙරෝ රජෙකෝ අගී හිමිදිරි පින්නේ නිල්වන්ගෙත් යාය බලා ඔබ පියමැන්නේ ගත වෙහෙසට දාබිඳු මුතු ඇට වැගිරෙන්නේ සරු අස්වනු නිලන දාට ඔබ හිනහින්නේ ගමේ පන්සලේ වැඩ සිටි ඕසමිඳුන්නේ වට පවුරක් අනවාවැලි මලොව සදන්නේ වැදි බණ කියමින් කිසිවෙකු නැත රවටන්නේ මුනිවත රකිමින් දිවි මඟ දුක දුරලන්නේ රෝදුක් පීඩා කිසිවක් නැත හඳුනන්නේ තේජවන්ත රජකු වගේ ඔබ වැඩ ඉන්නේ පිණිත් පියා සිටිනා විට ඔබ දිස්වන්නේ දිවාරයේ මගේ දිවි මඟ සුවඳ කරන්නේ නිවන් පුරට ගියත් ගියේ අප හැර දාලා නුවන් යොමා සිටිනෙමි මම ඔබේ රුව මලලා දිගන්තයම සුවඳ කරන් ඉඳ හිට එබිලා බලන් යන්න එන්න පියේ හීනෙන් පිනිලා
There are few about mother.
Yeah, this is about the mother.
Only 5 verses or 4 verses. Yeah?
සෙවණයි ඔබේ සිනහස මට අහස තරම් සරණයි ඔබේ සරණයි තිරුවන්ම තරම් විපහට ජලය කරුණාවය හිතට තරම් අම්මේ ඔබේ පිහිට මට ලෝකයක් තරම් ඉපදුනදා සිටම ඇතකුණු අතගාලා අනතිය තියා යන විට මට අතපාලා නැගිටින්නට දුන්න අත සිත සවි කරලා එතුමයි සදා මැණිකයි එළියක් පිරීලා කරුණා ගුණය ඉතිරි පෙතිරෙන විටම තනි නොතනියක් ගැන අමතන්නේ කොම ලෙඩ දුක් සැදුණු විට ඔබ දුක් විඳී තරම හැමදා කොළම කියනවා සුළඟට තවම මඟ බල බලා ගෙල දික්නේ දවස පුරා දුරකඩ පිළිවිසි සිතගත දුකක් පුරා බත්කට රස නැත්ද මා පැමිණෙලා තුරා මගේ මව වෙන්න උපදින මතු සසර පුරා.
Thank you very much for such singing in such a soothing voice and really reminding us of our own fathers and mothers. Yeah, it's such a touching thing. So now I would like to share the merits with you all generated here towards our fathers and also to our mothers, and particularly today I want to take this opportunity to think about my father and also to transfer merits to my father. So let us all do the transference of merits. So I have this one. You all can join. You can think about our own fathers. We can touch
You
each
can
other.
touch each other like that. You can touch. Yeah, touch him. Yeah, that's good.
Let us take a moment to focus our mind on our beloved fathers and mothers who have passed away. Let us deeply think about them. Let us wish that may they feel our love, may they feel our gratitude, may they rejoice the good deeds we have done today. May they rejoice our merits. May they benefit from our merits. May all of our departed fathers and mothers have a smooth journey towards the enlightenment. May they all experience sublime bliss of Nibbana. Idang minyatinang hotu sukhita huntu nyatayo. Idang minyatinang hotu sukhita huntu nyatayo. Idam minyatinang hotu sukhita huntu nyatayo. Variva pura paripurenti sagarang evameva ito dinam vetanam upakampati unname udakam vattang yataninnam pavantati ito dinam vetanam upakampati. Thank you, everyone. So I will do a short blessing chant, and you can ask children to come. And I have a small gift to everyone, so I would like to give that to everyone before you leave. And we will do the last short blessing chant for everyone. Yeah, please sit down. So I really appreciate your being here today on this Father's Day, and to selecting to spend your Father's Day with us. And especially I want to thank Dr. Sumana Ratnaik and also Srimana Ratnaik for honoring our day and helping us to have this Father's Day and monthly gathering a great success. Deeply appreciating their contribution and appreciating you, all of your presence here. And thank you very much. And we would like to have our Professor Tilaka Ratna, all the way from Tilodo, and you decided to we come here on this special day. Think about all of them. I will chant, and may you all receive this blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha. May your parents, if they are alive, may they receive these blessings. May they be blessed with good health. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya manta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamijja sakko joja sojo Chocho jansa modu anatimani santosa kocha suvarocha ampaginyo Salahukavunti santindriyocha nipakocha ampagambo kulesu ananogin Nacha kuntam samachare kinchena vinyu pare upavadeyum sukino va kemino hontu sabbe santa bhavantu sukitanta ite jipana bhutanti tasavata varavanavasi Sadhikavai Mahantava Majjimaransakanukatula Dintava Eva Andintai Cheture Vasanti Avidure Bhutava Sambhavisi Sabbe Santa Bhavantu Sukhitanta Naparo Parangnikumete Nati Mannete Kanta Jinankanji Yarosena Patiga Sanyana Anyamanya Sunsadunkamitjaya Mata Yataniyam Ayusa eka punta manurangke vampe sambhavute sumana sambhavahi aparimanam puntam atochitiyam asambhadam avirang asapantam titang charang nisimho vasayano vayavatasya vigatamindo etang sating adinjaya brahmametang viharang idamaho Pinja anupagam silvadasansalina sampam Kami suviniya gedam nahi jatu kambasiyang punareti tena sanjavanji Sontite hotu sampadaye tena sanchavanjena sambarogo vinasatu etena sanchavanjena hotu te jaya mangalam sabbhitiyo vivajjantu sabba rogo vinasatu mate bhavantantarayo sukhi bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhave sada soti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. So please come to have blessing strings, and I will also hand over the gift that I'm giving in honor of my father. Maybe I give one to our family, right? I have 30. Yeah, please come to have blessing string. Sabhi Buddha Balappaka Pache Kanam Arahanta Nanjati Jina
Oh my God. It was going to. We forgot people.
Good session today, Bhante.
Yes.
I enjoyed the session today. Thank you.
Pessoa de não tomar apoiando.
Agora.
Matthew, may kumudi no ready ka agad. Apa ini? Bahan kami bandar ke Madras.
Surviving, yeah, yes, but doing okay for right now, yeah.
Yes.
This was a good day. It goes until August. And I'll still be here.
Oh, good.
We'll leave it.
Maybe we can send an email in advance.
And I said, how do you like this one? Friday or Saturday? Yesterday, maybe I don't know how to do it.
No, you just send me a copy, right?
I sent you a copy.
I will double check and I'll call you.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
think.
send me a text if it's okay, because it goes out tomorrow.
Okay.
And if I don't hear from you, just type it up and send it.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you much.
No, no, me
All right. Yeah, those are all great ideas. Thanks.
Happy Father's Day. No, Happy Father's Day.
The father, Chidanand, how to.
You can move it down. Oh, itu apa tadi? Ini pas tahu. Ini kita itu tahu nih. Kalian yang di kan yang tadi.
No. Water or cup? Well, I don't think this is slow. You just breaks it happening.
Itu nanti di sini satu Thailand, Taiwan itu makan di sini sekarang kalau di luar
No, that's not that. Who plus by yellow? What's happening? What's that? What have you done? No, it's as more. As more. Bro, that was so in the sun. Cut the other person. Huh? I know. Did you read that? Make a fart. Wait, is that blueberry inside of blueberry? No. What, you can see it?
You just
No, that you crossed the line, sir. Would you like to see the yeah. No, he's coming after us in 3, 4 minutes. Yeah, it's just. No, you gotta scalp it. You're and now she's gonna why is that so bad? You're just making them hard and then getting it off the ground. I'm not dealing with that. the third one. This one. Yeah. Then what the lip one? World's fastest workers? That could be satisfying. Do that one. Who wants to see someone make a realistic cake? Already seen it. Me too. Oh, thanks, mini bless. Minis. What the? What's this? Okay, come on. Go down. That. Go up. That one. What is that? When you don't have a metronome. The Asian guy. Oh my god, you guys haven't seen this one? Yeah, I have to climb over you. Shut up. Really? I have to see it. Well, then I can see it. Well, then I'll move it up. I feel bad for you. I don't. I do not. What is this supposed to even be? Light it up! Light it up! Oh my. Okay. Oh, why is it so perfect? Okay, everybody knows that, but that's how I'm here to show you. No, for the 150. Wait, I'm pressing the wrong button. Pause it here. No, I'm trying to turn on the. Where's the? Nobody's here except us. Where's the? There is no electrics in here. There's a big fat one. It's live. Get out of here, it's live. Bye.